Today is the second day for this energy healing. I am welcoming Besavara sir to our platform. We all are alternative therapies, but we don't know. Sometimes we will get the result, sometimes we will not get the result. He will lead us how to make our mind in zero state and we can do the healing in nothingness. Welcome, sir. Now you can take care of our platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Just a minute, I will switch on the video. Good evening. You can make me co-host so that I can switch on the video. Yes, fine.
No, you are the host, sir.
Yeah. I hope my voice is audible, comfortable. If not, just text me in chat box.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. So yesterday we are discussing about the vibrational medicine. So we'll continue our discussion in the healing of vibrational medicine. So everything in this universe, as we seen yesterday's discussion, so there is a vibration for different objects. Even yesterday we given some colors. Even colors also vibrating about 10 to the power of 14 hertz per second. Similarly, so you can change, or you can change the behavior, or you can change the symptoms, or you can cure by just changing the vibration. So how can we create those vibrations is more important. So here you might have heard one word, okay? So zero is the state of responsible for creating something. So we say Sunya se Srishti. Have you heard this name, this word? Anything which we create, it happens due to zero state. So that's what we use number 0 in black color to create something, especially in the infertility and to create something. So when you're creative, doing some creativity work, so we are using number 0 in black color. So that means we are trying to make a zero state. From that, we are trying to create something. So how can we achieve this? For example, in your body, so this job is done by a kidney meridian. So this is responsible for creating something. Every day in your body, one or other way, the cells, your skin cells, your bones, muscles, then cells are dying and new cells are creating. To create new cells in the body, we required some sort of zero state. So that it is created by coldness energy. So anything, if you are creating, if your body is rejuvenating, if your body is able to relax, if you are able to reproduce, everything it's because of kidney meridian. So what happens if you are unable to create the coldness in the body? For example, we'll take the another angle of kidney meridian. If you feel restless, stress, and sleeplessness, and more desires, what happens? All these things, it leads to excess heat. Is it right? So kidney, which is responsible for coldness, and our all habits is opposite to that. We are working without work gap, without rest, uncontrolled desires. All these things is leading to restlessness. Am I right? Yes, Raja Lakshmi. If anybody wants to create something, that creation always happens with coldness. That creation always with shunya. Or we can, other word you can tell, that creation happens with what we say, zero state. So even in the body, if you want to feel young and energetic, even at the age 70 or 80 years, it is possible only when the old cells are dying, it has to replace with the new cells. If that is not happening, so you end up with the age symptoms like gray hairs and hair fall, and the change in the shape of the spinal cord, which leads to the change in the shape of the body, and osteoporosis, and many more different symptoms of age symptoms you can see. You might have seen many people, they're just 40, 50 years, but look like more age. So it's all because they have the excess of yang energy in the body. So it's they're just opposite to kidney energy. And that again, kidney energy, it is again developed with their own attitude and the work style and the nature of life they are leading, the amount of food they are taking. You might have seen that maximum people, they are eating all the spices every day. It's not good. So in our body, yin and yang should be balanced. It's either yin or yang. It should not disturbed. Yin means it's coldness and yang means it's a heat. So yang, which is responsible for growth, which is responsible for what we say, circulation and momentum. The yin, which is responsible for creation and which is responsible for nourishment. So if you want to become a healer, if you want to heal somebody, what is the basic quality? What is the basic essence you needed to create something? It's a zero state, no? You required more of coldness, which takes you to zero. Are you accepting this? Opposite to coldness is a heat, which takes you to the more desires and more materialistic world. Zero state is the one which makes you go inside, which makes you the inner journey. So that with inner journey, with coldness, with you create something. How exactly the kidney meridian is doing in your body? All of you know that kidney, which is responsible for controlling all the gynec organs, like uterus, ovaries, and genetical organs, prostate, and testicles, all. How it is doing that work? Because kidney has enormous amount of yin energy, coldness. With that coldness, it is able to create the new sperms and new egg, so that it will able to carry out the generations. But that leads to definitely to create something new, that is coldness energy. But in today's life, we are seeing opposite. Everybody of us, from the day one, you join the school, we are running. Too much excitement, too much competition, too much stress, that leads to the excess of heat into the materialistic world. So when the heat increases and coldness decreases, obviously due to that, the fertility will go down. I think all of us seeing in today's world, especially in metropolitan city life, even in urban areas and big-grade cities also, a lot of IVF centers, a lot of struggle for making child. and a lot of expertise, a lot of scans, and a lot of tests, a lot of changes, many things. We are observing that. Just a minute.
Dear friends, Basara sir got some network issue. Now he's back in our Zoom platform. He will continue.
Sorry for inconvenience. Let's start. So we are telling the zero state. which is responsible for creation. Who's doing the same work in the body? Kidney. The energy of coldness. Got it? So, kidney means it's a coldness. So obviously, yin creates yang and yang creates yin. If you want to create coldness, for that you have to create the heat. For example, the whole day if you are active and doing physical and mental activities, so that is leading to a good sleep and a comfortable evening that makes you to take you to rest, zero state. Once you make a comfortable, deep, relaxed sleep, so next day morning, so that deep coldness creating the again yang energy, the heat, so that makes you to do activities. So it's a cycle. So how day and night it's cycling. Similarly, the cold and heat, they are cycling in our body and they are making you active and relax throughout your life so that you feel energetic. So normally, to create something, so as we require the going to the nothingness, to reach this nothingness, so our body and mind has to take to zero. This normally in our ancient times, the people used to do with some rituals to take their mind to zero. I think you might have seen so many healers and what we call Babas or Swami or saints or the religion people, what they are doing daily. So they are spending more of the time in praying or what we call puja or namaz or something else. So these type of rituals which they do with without talking, sometimes with fasting, sometimes with festival, sometimes with celebration. In different religions, they are adapting a different way of taking to mind to zero. Of course, if you are doing fasting, so as we told in the previous way, the stomach always following the mind. Your mind is following the stomach, vice versa. For example, if you eat a good amount of curd rice right now, what happens? You feel sleepy. Correct? Why you are feeling sleepy after eating curd rice? Because if the stomach becomes cold, your mind also go to coldness. For example, if you eat too much spices and you are feeling too much gastritis, you won't feel sleep. Why? Because what you feel in the stomach, same thing you feel in the mind. Similarly, what you feel in the mind, same thing you feel in the stomach. When you do fasting, your entire digestion system becomes empty. When your stomach is empty, your mind becomes empty. It's easy to take that to zero state. So that's what in ancient times, especially during the period of healing, many of the gurus, they are giving healing in especially on Thursdays and Sundays. And from the morning they do fast until afternoon or evening. With that fast, they are healing the people, and by end of the day, they take the food. I've seen most of the many healers across the country. So this is a different rituals is cultivated over the evolution, and with that, millions of people get benefited. They got benefited in different way, and not only a physical health, even mental health, and even the family maintenance and finance, and to construct something new. I think in India especially, very small work, each everyone, we go to the gurus. We take the blessings, then only we start the work. Am I right? So if you want to reach that state of guru, for you, the only two things is required. Take your mind to zero with any means. Second important thing, once you take the mind to zero, once you heal, don't create returns or don't expect any returns for that. Because the moment you expect returns, so that is a desire. What that desire can create? It creates the heat, the yang energy. So that yang energy, again, which reduces your coldness, which reduces your kidney energy, and that makes you restless. Correct? So because of this only, you may have seen with many gurus, even they asked to, that ashram has to run and that has to lead, but without affecting that coldness. So to safeguard this, our ancestors, they created the donation. Instead of making fees and making desireful, they make a donation. The moment you say again donation means, you know that I've seen many of, even I went to along with my mother, they make some 2 betel leaves and along with that areca nut, they keep 11 rupees or 21 rupees in front of the gurus. They'll ask their blessings and their guidance. Have you done in your life? No one. One or other way, you also visited and you also took the blessings. So whether you keep 11 rupees or 1,000 rupees doesn't matter. It is not countable. The only thing countable is, so it's an exchange of energy. So if you want to do this, so if you want to give healing and you should not get affected, you have to do only 2 things. Just make yourself zero. With that, you can create the healing energy. Then, if you don't want to affect from it, just do it without expectation, with willingness, plus with the intention to cure. This is the only thing which accepts. Clear? your body and your mind has to go to the nothingness. So that's what most of the gurus, so they become a more effective healers after 50, 60 years. Why? Because naturally after 50 years, your body becomes cold. When you are in young age, 20, 25 years, 30 years, you have a lot of heat in the body by naturally. So for that, to suppress that heat and to create coldness, it requires a lot of effort. So that will be a great man like Swami Vivekananda and Shankaracharya, many other gurus, they led our country and they guided our society. But once you cultivate of balancing yin and yang, the late 50s and 60s, so normally what we call sannyasa ashrama, first balya, yavana, grihastha and sannyasa. So normally after the 50, 60 years, people will leave everything and they become saints. So this is the a natural things which happening in the olden days. So the moment you leave everything, your body will acquire coldness. The moment you become desireful, your body become heat. It's common, just observation. You can, any means you can observe. You don't need to accept my words directly. For example, if you desire for something, desire for sex and desire for money and desire for something else, how you feel? Do you feel cold? No, you feel warm. At the same time, when you, after making deep sleep, your body becomes cold. So why many people, they are into stress and not getting sleep and their fertility is very low, means too much of unfulfilled desires. They are unable to control their mind, their manasu. It's in our hand. What you create, what you take away, everything, it's you only. No one creates disease for you. It created by myself, ourself. Both are required. I'm not telling heat is bad and cold is good. No. Normally, even in TCM also, they written, yin is a god and yang is a evil. We require evil also. Without heat, you cannot burn your food. But both yin and yang should be controlled way. You should maintain warmness till certain age. After that, you have to cultivate the coldness. To cultivate coldness only, our ancestors, they made sannyasa ashrama, giving everything to the son, daughter, or to the society and making themselves, reducing the heat in the body and becoming saints or becoming, going to ashrama and staying there, cultivating the coldness. Why? Because the more coldness that takes to zero, the more and more coldness that makes you peaceful die. I think many of the people we see in today's environment, they're struggling to die. They're spending some $1 million and lakhs of rupees to die in ICUs. But we not seen these cases in our village side. So if anybody struggling, they just put some cold item into their mouth. Do you remember anybody? What they're putting into the mouth to make peaceful, comfortable death? They put Ganga Jal, Tulsi Tirth, tender coconut, milk. In village side, they just give tender coconut or milk or water. So that is naturally taking you towards coldness and towards zero and towards nothingness and like that. Carefully observe yourself. Your disease is related to either it's a heat, which is related to desireness, or cold, which is related to in energy. What is the art of healing? The art of healing is maintaining both. Till you are 80, 90 years, you should maintain both yin and yang. Kidney yin and kidney yang. Kidney yin, which is responsible for creation. Kidney yang, which is responsible for activity and metabolism. From the kidney only the fire will originate. It goes to the liver, it goes to the stomach, then it goes to the lungs and heart, then it goes to the eyes and mind everywhere, and it's responsible for activity. Similarly, kidney coldness, the kidney yin energy, it will take all the essence from the food, converts into a kidney essence or shukradhatu. From that, which creates the sexual fluids, the extreme cold fluids in the body. With that, it will recreate your body every day. Once you created your next generation, one girl child, one boy child, your kidney yin energy won't stop there. It's not only creating only sperm or egg, ovum. It is also creating the bone, the skin, the organs, the tissues, ligaments, nerves, everything, even your skin. The lifespan of your skin is only 30 days. After 30 days, the entire new skin will recreate. To recreate, to rejuvenate your body, kidney yin is required. And to do activity and to continue your metabolism, to generate energy, kidney yang is required. So, as a healer, it's your responsibility to maintain both. How to create coldness? It's very simple. Just be with your energy and every day travel within you by any means. Maybe by prayer, by namaz, by puja, or by sitting just idle and doing nothing, or doing meditation. By any means, you can create the yin energy. If you are not doing anything, also not a problem. Just keep on your work, and from that work, how much it comes, just accept it and do your regular activity. That is also creates the yin. So when the yang will create, we do something, but we expect something else. Then there is a mismatch. The yang will dominate your yin. It's an art of a healer to balance between these two. Either one creates the illness, physical and emotional. For example, if the yang is more, that creates irritation, anger, restlessness. At the same time, the too much coldness are in, which makes you anxiety and fear and sad and depressed. So both the way, it's not good to stay. So you have to balance between these two. And you can observe yourself and you can see. Than any healer or doctor, you observe better about you. You know better about you. Just observe your symptoms, your food, your emotions. Easily you come to know that where you are. So now, by balancing this yin and yang within you first, then you can go to zero state and create energy for someone else. Otherwise, you yourself is not balancing yin and yang, cold and heat. It's no value for your healing because someone else is getting benefited and they are healing, but you are suffering. That should not happen. So heal with zero. So how can you take your mind and body to zero state? Because if you go to zero, deepest and deepest state, if you create a thought there, how much deep and nothingness state you reach, that much powerful thoughts you can create. Normally people will do no. If you go and beat someone, if he is suffering with the deep sufferings, what he will do? They will scold back, they will curse you with the deepest suffering. That curse become true. Why? Because they reached to zero state. That we've seen in many stories, like in Mahabharata. Gandhari suffered with the dying their sons in front of them, with a deep sorrow, with the deep sufferings. She created a thought. She cursed the Krishna. You also die like this. How Pandavas and Kauravas are died, battles each other's brothers. Like even Yadavas also die by battling brothers and themselves. So finally it happened. Yadavas are died by just battles between the brothers only. So since ancient times, we've seen that through story-wise, through a realistic way. Finally, here, one thing you should understand. Nothing is powerful than your thought in this universe. Nothing. The most powerful thing which we can experience in this world is not atomic bomb, not hydrogen bomb, not warplanes, nothing else. The most powerful thing in this universe, this is exist and which cannot see, is invisible. That is the thought. That thought is created by only human beings. No other species can create a thought. The most superior species in this universe is you. Nothing is powerful than your thought. Everything which you saw, I'm talking in front of you through my laptop and the internet, everything is created, the human brain, the human thinking, the human thoughts. So with this a creation of thoughts, you can do unlimited healing. The only thing is you should balance yin and yang. And you should not use in wrong way. Always, because if you are creating wrong thought for somebody means, what it means, whether you are moving towards yin or yang, are you moving towards coldness or heat? If you are creating a wrong thought for somebody, you are moving towards yang. That means you are losing your essence. You are losing your essence. Don't do that. Don't create wrong thoughts in any way. The final sufferer is you only. So all of you, if possible, you can make your video on if you are comfortable. Lalita madam. Lalita madam, you can give a you can unmute or you can open your videos. All of you, just sit in relaxed position. Will go yourself to zero state and create thought. Shall we do? Not a problem. You just all of you, just in either in sleeping position or sitting position or without video we will do. Don't worry. Just sit in comfortable position or sleeping position or standing position. Just stay relaxed. Relax. Gently close your eyes. Just concentrate between two eyebrows in Agna Chakra. Stay there for a while. From there, just go into deep darkness. Stay there with the darkness. No thoughts, no imagination. Just stay there in the darkness. Stay there. Just experience the nothingness, the zero world, the deepest darkness and nothingness. Stay there. Stay there. The deep darkness with nothingness, no thoughts. With that deep nothingness and zero state, you can create a thought. You can create a thought to heal someone, to make it happen something. Just create a thought. Once you create it, just come back to Agna Chakra. Just come back to Agna Chakra between two eyebrows. Stay there for a while. Relax. Relax. Gently you can open your eyes. Don't leave your thoughts with the patient. Don't think about the patient, about the to whom you heal. It's not required. Your job is to go to zero state and create a thought. Just stay in the dark, deep nothingness. With this state, your body, your mind, your soul is acquiring the chi and yin and essence. This essence is to your body to work, to functional better. Got it? Just stay there. And you can also create more powerful thoughts in this state for your body and mind. Just create. You are the creator when you are in deep nothingness. When your mind, soul are there with zero state. You are the creator. You can create a thought for someone else or for yourself. Stay there in the zero state. You are not doing any actions. You are not creating, you are not avoiding, you are not observing, nothing. Just you are imagining the darkness. So once you are comfortable, come back between two eyebrows in the Agna Chakra. And slowly you can open your eyes. Stay there. Relax there. Just relax. You are more powerful when you are in zero state of mind. You can stay there and relax and relax. Stay with nothingness. Just relax. You don't need to do anything. Just stay in deep nothingness. No thoughts, no light, no consciousness. From this shunya, from this state of shunya, you are acquiring the greatest energy in this universe. Stay there in deep darkness. Stay in the deepest darkness. In deepest nothingness, you can create a thought to heal, to cure from the root, to energize the body with maximum chi flow and better circulation. And wish for the cure. From this creation of thought, you can come back to river world with Ajna Chakra. and stay there. Slowly open your eyes. Take your own time to come to real world. Stay relaxed. Now, your mind and body is acquired with more essence, more in energy. With that, you are able to create. Now you are the God. This we did in lakhs, thousands, and each and every time we got miraculous response. I hope with this zero state of meditation, all of you regained your power, your strength. Don't search for the cure or energy. Your zero state is able to do that. Every day, whenever you get time, whenever you are in relaxed mood, go to zero state of mind. Stay there. Stay there. No imagination, no colors, no thoughts. You are taking your soul, your vital force to the creation level. Do this every day. Any single moment. Don't create the wrong thought. As a guru today, for all of you, I wish to create the miraculous healing for the society and to people who are in suffering. Thank you. You can share your experience, how you felt. How is your zero world? How is your creation?
Dear friends, now we are undergoing a very wonderful experience of this special meditation. He will again give this meditation tomorrow also, but maybe in a short duration. Now you can share your experience. You can unmute yourself, but please note that only one person at a time. Thank you.
So Pallavi.
Hello.
Hi. So it was an amazing experience right now. initially when I was trying to focus between my this chakra, it was like I was trying to get into the darkness, but slowly, gradually, as I got into it, the passage which took me to the darkness was filled with very different colors, and then I ultimately went to the darkness, and I felt surrounded by a lot of, like, I don't know, I think I saw a lot of stars or something very shiny around. It was an amazing experience. It was like I could not find myself there, but it was like I was into that darkness, and only I don't know whether I reached the zero state, but it was amazing experience.
Continue your journey.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I'm Vijay Kumar.
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Sir, actually, I also enjoyed this, even though I have had experience of meditation earlier. This one was really initially first time when you asked us to go to darkness, imagine darkness. It was not coming very easily. Then the second round of same repetition, that time it became a little more darker. And the third time when you made, it was really dark, but I was having some, I was on a trip to my school. Like, you know, I could feel imagine my, that area where I used to play and those things, I could get it. And one thing I want to ask you, sir, at this point is, should we have the same affirmations on all the 3 times, or it could be different?
No, initially you no need to give any affirmation. Just stay deeper into the nothingness.
Okay.
And all that time you no need to give any affirmation. It's not required. If you want to energize yourself, you no need to do any affirmation. You no need to create anything. Finally, some requirement is there. End of that meditation, you can create a thought and come back. Or else is even creation also not required.
Not required. Okay. I was, what happened, I made initially I had made one affirmation. And then second time I made affirmation for my own health. And then third was for peacefulness. So it should be the same or different, can be no problem.
It will be different, no need to do.
It can be.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. It was a
Hello,
good...
sir. Veena Maru here.
Yes.
Sir, it was amazing experience. Yesterday, I asked you my left leg knee paining. So today I imagine my knee, and now I feel so relaxed. So it means I can't explain. It is so relaxed. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. Those who are sharing your experience, if you want, you can start your video also.
Okay. Sir, good evening. This is Purnima.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, good evening. This is Purnima here. So, initially, when I was trying to go into the dark, meditative state, whenever I'm bringing my concentration on the Ajna chakra, I was having headaches on the first 2 occasions. But then on the third time, it became totally relaxed, and I don't know where I was, totally black, and I don't know, I was not able to hear you also. And then when you said third time that you open your eyes, then I was thinking, where am I? I do not know.
For you, the most superb medicine is nothingness.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
हेलो सर, गुड इवनिंग। मेरा
sir.
एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा है कि जब आप मेडिटेशन करवा रहे थे, तभी मैं आपके साथ कनेक्ट थी, लेकिन उसके बाद क्या हो रहा था, कोई थॉट नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं, मैं क्या हूँ, कहाँ हूँ, क्या कर रही हूँ, कुछ भी नहीं, और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था, रिलैक्स एंड बॉडी एकदम लाइट हो गई थी, और कुछ बस नहीं थॉट, कुछ नहीं दिख रहा था मुझे, कुछ भी नहीं पता ही नहीं है मुझे। जब भी आपने बोले अपने आज्ञा चक्र पे आके आप रिटर्न आओ, तो लगा कि नहीं आना है, यहीं पे ठहरना है.
Yeah,
Thank you
stay
so
there.
much, sir. Thank you so much.
This is my gift to you. Stay
Good.
there and enjoy.
Thank you. Thank
Good,
you.
Thank you.
good evening, sir. Alka here.
Yes.
So while meditating, when you said to move on to the zero state, I too felt an acute headache. And even now, I feel it's not that relaxed.
Yeah, see, initially sometimes you feel that heaviness, but the moment you stay there, so it's a small blockages will be there in the gallbladder and urinary bladder that is flowing in there nearest Agna chakra. Continue this, all those things will disappear. It's a small energy blockages.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
It's a wonderful and amazing experience, sir. ये experience कुछ अलग रहा, sir. Like feeling whiteness surrounding around me, and एकदम completely आपका आवाज ही आ रहा था. फिर कुछ समय के बाद वो गायब हो गया. And then something happens to me. Center of my heart, heart भी नहीं, like अगर आपका skeleton है ना, वहां पे कहीं सेंटर में something heartbeat भी नहीं बोलेंगे सर, कुछ अलग था. Feeling first time.
Yeah, so you are enhancing your chi in the body. Continue this journey. You can heal yourself and you can heal the people around you. All the best.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
Thank
It's amazing, sir.
Sorry. So one more thing, if you feel like I couldn't see the darkness, but I could visualize a very strong, bright light around me.
Yeah, initially you can start with that. The day by day you can enter into the nothingness.
Oh,
sir, good evening,
thank
sir.
you, sir.
I am Dr. Surinder Vora from Gurgaon.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, nice to see you. Nice to see you after a long time.
Yeah.
And with a good session, nice session. And these things, we very much miss when you are not there.
I'm back now.
It was a long time, when we were having such sessions. And there was no motivational factor during the period when you were absent. But only thing was I used to see your old videos only.
Okay.
So again, you are back, and our motivational factor has come again.
We'll do the journey towards nothingness together.
That is very so nice of you, sir. I have got one more problem. Recently, for the last 5-6 months, I have been facing it. Sir, my weight is reducing month-wise. I have lost around 5-6 kg during the last 7-8 months. I am feeling wasting of muscles also. My face muscles have gone down, my legs and arms.
What is your age?
I am 69 plus now.
69. I think you have Nadiswara, no?
Yes, I have got, yes, sir.
Just tomorrow morning, early morning, you take one Nadiswara report and send it to me. I'll check.
Right, sir. I will definitely send you.
Sure.
I was having some IBS problem also, but under your guidance and all that, I started taking that protocol, and now it is almost under control. IBS is not a big problem.
Yeah.
Only thing is the loss of weight and muscle is quite worrisome.
Don't worry, sir. We will help you. Just send me a Nadiswara report tomorrow morning.
Right. Very, very nice of you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hello, sir. Sir, now where are you now in present days? In Bangalore or any other city?
In Bangalore.
In Bangalore, which place? Because I am in Mumbai, but now I'm coming in Bangalore, so I want to meet you if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Just before 2-3 days, text me.
Okay, so I don't have your number, so please give me your number.
It's there in Joshi Keda group.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. See you tomorrow evening. Good night.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Basara sir. Thank you, all participants.
Thank you, sir.
We will
Thank
again
you.
meditate tomorrow. Okay, so all should come on time and attend the class without fail. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.